Kate Middleton's parents Carole and Michael Middleton have arrived at Westminster Abbey to pay their respect to the Queen today. Carole and Mike, who are known to be close to the Princess of Wales, opted for smart black morning dress and appeared deep in thought as they arrived for the event in London today. It is not known how many times Carole and Michael met the Queen, although they often attended family events, such as the christenings of Prince George and Princess Charlotte, with one another. The Middletons, who live in Berkshire, will be keen to support the Princess of Wales and their grandchildren today, Prince George and Princess Charlotte, as they attend the funeral for the Queen. The Prince and Princess of Wales only recently moved closer to Kate's parents as they moved to Adelaide Cottage at the end of last month. It has been an extremely busy period for Carole and Michael's daughter Kate, who has been supporting her husband Prince William publicly, and no doubt helping her children adjust to life without their gone. The death of their great-grandmother the Queen will be a heavy blow to Prince George, 9, Princess Charlotte, 7, and 4-year-old Prince Louis, as they and their parents begin a new life at Adelaide Cottage in the grounds of Windsor Castle, where Her Majesty spent most of the year. Carole and Michael will likely be offering a stabilizing presence for the family amid the period of change. Kate is known to be close to her parents and siblings, while royal experts previously said Carole has acted as a second mum to William and taught him how loving and supportive family works. Carole has provided a real sense of normality amid any chaos for the Duke of Cambridge since he married Kate in 2011, royal biographer Angela Levin previously told The Sun. The 66-year-old founder of party supplies company Party Pieces is said to have acted as a second mother for Prince William, while his brother Prince Harry hasn't had that parental opportunity, claimed the author. Angela claimed that while the Duke of Cambridge adored his late mother, who died aged 36 in a 1997 Paris car crash when William was 15 and Harry 12, she was relentlessly demanding on him. However, as an adult, he's been accepted and supported by his mother-in-law, with the pair having become extremely close since he started dating Kate at university. Angela said, "William adored Diana and was drawn to her magnetic charm, but she was relentlessly demanding on him as a young child, describing him as her closest confidant, and talking about her lovers, when it's a mother's duty to care for her son, not the other way round." Carole made him feel secure, comfortable and protected, and he didn't have to worry about what he said or be responsible for her emotions. The author added that the prince learned through Kate's household how loving and supportive family works. Prince William and Kate have looked to the businesswoman, of Berkshire, as a stabilizing and supportive force, royal author Phil Dampier told The Sun. Meanwhile, another source told the publication that Prince William views his mother-in-law as his second mum in the absence of Princess Diana. Their attendance today comes after the Duchess' brother James paid tribute to the monarch as the epitome of steady grace, resolve and reassurance. Earlier this week, her brother James posted a tribute to the Queen, writing, "Queen Elizabeth II, the epitome of steady grace, resolve and reassurance. Our constant in a world of change. Thank you for a lifetime of service and leadership." Dignitaries from the Commonwealth including Australia, New Zealand and Canada will join the firm in mourning today, as well as monarchs from across Europe and the world. The Queen's state funeral today will end with a 2-minute national silence in a fitting tribute to an extraordinary reign before she is laid to rest beside her late husband. Police have also been granted a no-fly zone order over London on today, which will follow 10 days of mourning. As well as thousands of uniformed Metropolitan Police bobbies drafted into action, plainclothes officers will also mingle among crowds to monitor any threats. It is expected that other forces will be asked to provide officers under mutual aid. The Queen's coffin will today be carried from Westminster Hall to the state gun carriage, and then positioned outside the building's north door. The procession will then go from New Palace Yard through Parliament Square, Broad Sanctuary and the Sanctuary before arriving at Westminster Abbey just before 11 a.m. After the state funeral service finishes at around midday, the coffin will be placed on the state gun carriage outside the Abbey. At 12:15 p.m., the procession will set off for Wellington Arch at Hyde Park Corner. The route will go from the Abbey via Broad Sanctuary, Parliament Square, South and East Sides, Parliament Street, Whitehall, Horse Guards including Horse Guards Arch, Horse Guards Road, the Mall, Queen's Gardens, South and West Sides, Constitution Hill and Apsley Way. At Wellington Arch, the Queen's coffin will be transferred from the state gun carriage to the state hearse just after 1 p.m., ahead of the journey to Windsor. It then will travel from central London to Windsor, on a route that has not been disclosed by the palace. When the hearse arrives in Windsor, the procession will begin just after 3 p.m. at Shaw Farm Gate on Albert Road. The state hearse will join the procession, which will have been formed up and in position, at Shaw Farm Gate before travelling to St. George Chapel at Windsor Castle. The procession will follow the route of Albert Road, Long Walk, Cambridge Gate, Cambridge Drive, George IV Gate, Quadrangle, South and West Sides, Engine Court, Norman Arch, Chapel Hill, Parade Ground and Horseshoe Cloister Arch. Just before 4 p.m., the procession will halt at the bottom of the west steps of St. George Chapel in Horseshoe Cloister. Here, the bearer party will carry the coffin in procession up the steps into the chapel. The Queen will be interred during a private burial at King George VI Memorial Chapel in St. George Chapel at Windsor Castle at 7. 7:30 p.m.,